Welcome to Date Night Podcast.
A tabletop role-playing game podcast set in the homebrew world of Volyanaya.
Let's explore a whole new world together.
So you scan around the field seeing just bodies of dead orcs behind you and in front of you and all around you, really, from this charge. And the one dead troll kind of back behind you, too. And the big kind of face-worn guy there. You see the wagons outside the gate seemingly starting to roll toward the west.
Like, how far away are these wagons
They're
from
like
the wall?
400 feet from the wall right now.
Can we hit him with a mangonel?
I don't think so. I think the range on that is a little short.
Does anyone have any potions to get me any spell slots back?
I just have...
No. Where's that tree ent with the PP?
Winston.
He's a woodwode, first off.
Oh.
That's racist.
And you know who Winston is.
And Winston is tapped.
Oh, balls.
No, pee-pee.
Can I go see if this guy was carrying anything?
Yeah. You want to go have a look at him?
Mm-hmm. Do I roll?
Roll an investigation check.
11.
Yeah, the potion of spell slots.
Looks like he was just carrying a shield and that mace, and he's got 2 good berries, but you're not exactly sure.
Can I do a nature
They
check?
look a little off.
They
yeah.
look bad.
They're iffy berries.
12. 13.
They're iffy berries.
Look like good berries.
A little iffy, though.
I'll put them in my pocket.
Okay, you've got 2 good berries.
We should have put quotations around the good.
Yeah. From the
Welcome
face
to
horn.
Goodberry, home of the good berries.
Anybody else doing anything at the moment?
Clippy's
We're
staying
out
up
of the
here.
initiative for the moment, anyway.
I'd like to stand up if it's okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to get some health back.
I'm going to call out to who needs some health. We can
You
do
guys
the
can try to take...
healing spirit conga line.
I was going to say, yeah, you can do that. You could try to take a short rest.
Yes, please.
If you do go to take the short rest before you get toward that, Clippy would see that the wagons are moving kind of away from the wall and toward the west. Like they're maybe trying to go around or something.
See, that seems fine.
I alert everyone to that.
Okay.
I'm still going to need a deer.
Yeah, I think we should take a short rest, though. Like, for real.
Kira, be a deer and summon that deer.
So I could
Yes, dear.
I could get a 3rd level spell back if I do that.
Goodbye, Zephyr Strike.
Have
Hello,
you done
healing
that
spirit.
already?
Not
Since
today.
your last long rest, or is it per day?
It's per day, I think. I don't think I've done that either.
Well, you drank. That counts as a long
Long
rest.
rest.
So, yeah, you'd be able to get one back on a short rest.
Do I add anything to the D6 when I roll it?
Well, they can hang around the deer for the full minute, right?
Yeah. So 10d6.
10d6, the average is like, what? Do you want to roll the 10d6 or do you want to do the average?
What do you
It
guys
would be
think?
35.
Just do that average.
35 is fine.
Okay.
All right, so anybody who
35 plus
can
6.
take up to 35 points of healing, you can heal up to your
Plus 16.
your feast health. So that puts Calman back to full. I love this deer.
11 plus
It's beautiful.
30,
4, 15.
34, 35. Math. Forgot.
35.
I would like to heal up Clippy on this short rest.
Okay.
So I use... I'm still confused as to how I heal.
Yeah,
My friend.
He has his own way of healing.
Yeah.
with
Spell
his
slots
hit
again.
dice, I think. Or is it with your hit dice?
I think it's with my hit dice, but he does have 1 hit dice.
Well, then it's with his.
Let me read.
I think the only way he can heal is that way. Are we doing a short rest? Because something...
I did hit dice, so
We're doing the
Yeah, I
1
did
minute
hit dice, too.
for the deer. Okay, well, during that time, you watch the wagons go west. You see Sam make a perception check for Clippy.
10.
Is that in that 1 minute?
Wait, hold on.
It's after the 1 minute, but
Okay.
before
For Clippy.
completion of a short rest.
Then Trixie would be flying around up in the air, too.
Okay, Trixie, make a perception check.
6.
What is it?
6.
6.
11.
Well, with the 11, you see a goblin appear in front of the wagons and then sort of blink in and out, go near the wagons, and slash open one of the drivers, and he falls off the cart onto the ground.
Hey, guys, do we know any goblins?
What? Just the one I put in chains.
Mellaleg? Isn't that what you called her?
I don't know.
Oh, that I think I remember her a little bit.
Yeah, didn't she have a brother?
I don't know. I just put her in chains.
Because there's one out there that's slashing people on the wagon.
Wait, hold on. Is my
Well, that's a
bee
good
gone
thing,
now?
right?
Hmm?
It's a
Not
good
yet.
thing, right?
I think so, but I don't know.
You want me to go check it out?
Maybe send the demon in to check it out.
No way. Clippy has 2 hit points. Absolutely not.
Maybe send the demon in to check it out.
No.
Okay, Kira's otherwise good, so she's probably going to go up to the top of the wall and peer out and look as well.
Okay, she can make a check. If you're not taking a short rest,
18.
you can check. 18?
Yes.
I need a short
It's
rest.
the butcher who has just jumped onto the wagons that were running away and slashed down one of the guys.
It's the butcher.
I need more sausages.
Wait, is this a good thing or a bad thing?
So he's slashing at the drivers.
He just killed one of the orc drivers of the wagon.
How many other? Is it just one wagon or?
There's 5 wagons, and there's a driver for each, and there's like 3 or 4 guys walking around by the wagons.
I'm going to try and pick some off.
Okay, they've moved, so they're maybe like 500 feet now, but they're
That's-
still in your range. So just roll an attack. Or 2 attacks.
I'll still take the short rest.
Okay.
13 and 17.
Okay, with that, you take out one of the other drivers, and he falls off to the side.
So one wagon is down.
2 wagons are
Okay.
down.
I'm going to keep picking at
Okay.
him.
I'd say just for the ease of this, like between you and the butcher, these guys are not the cream of the crop, which is why they're guarding the wagons. Eventually, as he's blinking around, slashing at them with the cleavers, and you're picking them off with the arrows, you'll eventually be able to kill them. So the wagons come grinding to a halt.
Is there anything else that's like within range of them? Like other foes? If I were to run out there with the butcher?
You don't see anything as far as you can see to the horizon on the plains.
I call down to Dern.
What?
Have someone. Are you taking a short rest?
Aye.
Have someone pop up and keep an eye. I'm going to run out there and check the wagons with the butcher, and then let me know what they can report back to you, and then you can whisper it into the horn.
I will take care of that.
I've got an eye, too.
I could sit up here as well. It's nice. Get a nice breeze.
Basically saying they are being eyes for him, and then he can whisper into
Yeah.
the horn, and I can hear it with my earrings of Tustanitis.
Okay. So you go out to the wagons, and you see the butcher is there.
Hello, Moochie.
He is dragging one of the bodies toward his cart, which is kind of mixed in among the well, it's backed where the wagons began.
Hello, Moochie.
Oh, hello.
Please don't sell the Grease Wizard any more sausages. Please.
That depends if he has the money.
I will pay you to not
I
sell him any.
You will. How much will you pay me not to sell the sausages?
I will pay you whatever he would pay you.
I'll pay you double.
You're not here.
I think 5 gold.
Control was pretty apt.
There is plenty of other people to sell meat to.
Okay.
Okay, he takes the 5 gold, kind of brushes the greasy hair out of his face
We
as he
were
gets
meant to be
back to
together.
dragging one of the bodies. Says, "You may want to look in the wagons.
I was planning to. That's why I'm coming out here.
I'm just here for these. Remember, no retreat. Winners eat, losers meet." And he starts, he drags the body to his cart, throws it on top of it, and then starts pushing the cart over toward the wagons.
God, he's creepy.
Are
All
you
right.
going to check out the wagons?
Yes, that's why I ran out here anyways.
Do you want to check them out here, or...
I don't think I can Well, what animals do they have?
They're being pulled by oryx.
Kira just got a big grin. All right. I'm assuming that there's some extra rope around. I will try and hook them up to each other and then drive them in.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
I think I'm proficient.
Can't you, like, talk to animals or something?
Yes, I can. And I have not technically attacked the aurochs.
Nope.
Ah, stuff going everywhere from my 2-year-old
Can you
character.
just talk to them, or do you need to cast something to do that?
No, I can speak with animals at will.
So I'll say roll an animal handling check at advantage as you talk to the animals.
9.
Okay. It takes you probably the whole time everybody's having a short rest, maybe
That's okay.
close to an
come over
hour
here.
as you do that. And near the end, as you're finally got them on the path heading back toward the gate, which has sort of been cleared of those magical vines at this point, you do get a message from Dern as the folks on the wall send down a message to him that they're starting to see trees on the horizon.
They can see trees on the horizon. Is this thing... Hello? Trees coming, lass.
She's waving.
I can't see. I'm behind a wall. Lass.
She's waving.
Hello?
She's waving?
Wave back. Trees are coming.
I think that was a thumb.
Lass, was that a thumb? Is this thing on?
Is this a radio?
Hello?
Should I go out there?
Do we have IT in here somewhere?
I'm not that far away.
Okay, I heard that. Good job, Lass. Why didn't we just yell? Why don't he's still talking into the horn?
Okay, so this would count as your short rest. You are getting close to bee time. You might have 10 minutes left with the bee.
All right. I'll take it.
While
Is there like
hold
a
on.
timer like on it? Like, does it start blinking?
blinking in and out of existence, but still holding him.
So I can...
Yeah, the sound just starts petering out.
Okay.
It starts as kind of a...
Like a vacuum cleaner as the
more of a-
battery is starting to run low. The little handheld vacuum
And
cleaners.
Clippy goes up 5 points
Okay.
of health.
So Kira eventually wheels the wagons in.
And while I'm going, I'm peeking in the first wagon, and I see...
While she's wheeling
Well,
the
we're
wagon.
going to have some rolls on some loot tables for this.
Okay.
But the first thing you'll see before you even get to that is a large supply of food. There's a lot of food. There's clothing. There's ammunition, like arrows and javelins and things like that.
I refill
A
my
few
quiver.
extra
Any plate armor?
swords,
Look for plate armor.
which as soon as you get those in,
don't see any
some
yet.
of the well, I guess we'll give you some time with them first. But I think some of the people in the village are probably going to start to swarm them too pretty soon. But we can roll on some loot tables for it. Do you want to do all of it, or do you want to split it up?
Split it
I've got
up.
4 rolls on loot tables to make. So
There's rolls on the wagon?
yes, there are rolls. Only 4.
Is this an
Wait,
investigation?
there's 5 wagons
No.
or 4
Oh.
wagons?
I think there's 5 wagons.
So shouldn't it be 5 rolls technically?
No, the one guy ate one. Okay, Kira, since you're, let's figure this. So there's a bigger table. I'm going to let you roll on that one since you're rolling first. So roll a D100.
67.
Not bad.
No, you read that wrong.
You get
76.
adamantine armor chain shirt. Which was literally one away from the scale. Darn. Adamantine armor is just like the regular armor, but while you're wearing it, any critical hit against you becomes a normal hit.
Oh.
That's cool.
And
That's
it's
very
chain,
It's chain.
but you won't be shiny.
But I won't have any nat 20s against me either.
All right.
Neither will I. I'm
Who else would
squishy.
like
Can
to
you wear
roll
chain?
on the loot table?
I
can.
want
Isn't it
to-
medium?
All right. We'll roll that on
I think so.
B. Okay, go ahead.
17. It was almost 97.
That is a potion of fire breath.
All right, though. Like,
Heavy.
that rocks.
That's cool. That's very cool. So Kira finds the chainmail in one of the wagons. The grease wizard flies over and finds a box of what held potions, but only one sort of left in the box. But it's a nice little box that you could carry potions around in, too.
You should put that on, lass.
It's heavy.
It's heavy?
Yeah.
Oh, you checked on the table?
I tried.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I can move effectively in this
Not 8.
unless we want to give it to Kalman.
Mike, you want to roll one?
I'm pretty sure Kalman's an NPC.
What's that?
I don't know. What's the double zeros on the? Is this the 0 to 10?
Doubles.
4.
That is
Wait.
a potion of greater healing.
Wait, hold on. Is double zeros is 0 to 10?
Yeah.
I got a 10.
You got a 10?
A 10 and a 7.
No.
Oh, I understand now.
It's 0.
I understand what I said. Never mind.
Okay. You get a potion of greater healing.
Got
That's
it.
the 4d4 plus 4 variety.
Roger.
And we'll save one for Eva when she gets back to roll. Till then, they do start coming up to the wagons and seeing if they could get some of the arrows and stuff because they're pretty
I've already refilled my quiver.
exhausted some of their supplies.
Are there any sausages?
Navara comes over too, and she actually gets over near the wagon and collapses onto the ground.
Run over to her.
Make a medicine check.
Nat 1.
This is your mom.
I put a good berry in her mouth.
Not your
No.
iffy berry.
He goes to the grease wizard comes over to administer a good,
No.
good berry.
You don't
You
know.
don't know.
Yeah.
But
He thinks that they're good.
They're good berry.
I just see him coming over anyways, and I'm
With your medicine check of 1, you just see him come over with a good berry to go put it into her mouth.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Didn't she get off the enemy?
What? No, they're good berries. I checked.
Can I look at it?
I think he just does it.
It's an iffy berry. I think you just killed my mom.
So, feeds the good berry. It doesn't show any change.
I take my berry and stick it in her mouth.
Okay. With that, she rouses a little bit.
Are you okay, Mom? What's going on?
I'm fine.
Okay, what's really going on?
And you look at her, and her eyes are just kind of sunken, and her hands, from just constantly using the bow all night, are just blood running down like the middle of her hands, and her fingers in particular.
Okay, you seem pretty worn out. Is that it, or is there something else going on? Be honest with me.
Just tired.
I'll do a simple cure wounds on her,
Okay.
and then tell her to go over to the Raventree.
She actually, she looks, well, yeah, okay.
8.
All right. You see kind of the wounds on her hands close up from that. She still looks really tired, and she just starts to get up, and she says, I've said I'd stay through the night, but even though it looks like dawn is broken, it seems like the night is still here. She kind of motions out where you guys are standing near the gate, and you see all the trees on the horizon and one sort of towering above the line. And she says, but and she just, with that, just starts walking over toward the Raventree.
Rest, Mom. Don't come back until you're rested.
Okay, so she heads in that direction. And
Hoping
out of
that-
sight.
I don't know. Okay. What kind of berries are those that they didn't do anything for her? Can you look at them or something? Can I look at them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I look at the other one.
Nature check.
17.
They are poison berries.
They are poison berries, you jerk.
I thought they were good berries.
Well, they look iffy to me, and they're poison berries.
That's good to know. Do you know the damage by chance?
They instill the poisoned condition. Mm-hmm. They, like a good berry, last for 24 hours after they've been picked. I think that's true. Is that true for good berry?
Aye.
Yeah. Okay.
Oops.
So they start making the wagons into kind of a barricade across the front gate. Somebody want to do the last roll?
I got you. Well,
All right.
95.
Thank you.
This is the horseshoes of a zephyr.
Zephyr?
That is.
Kira's ears
I
pierced.
think you have to actually put them on a horse.
Oh.
You can make them
I have an
fly.
elk.
Can't you?
Well, I used to have summon steed.
This was the table that it was mostly potions and scrolls, unless you got into the 90s.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong character. That's the other two characters. I can
These
fix that.
iron horseshoes come in a set of 4. While all 4 shoes are affixed to the hooves of a horse or a similar creature, they allow the creature to move normally while floating 4 inches above the ground. This effect means the creature can cross or stand above non-solid or non-solid or unstable, all 3 surfaces, such as
Well,
water,
salad is
lava,
unstable.
or salad. The creature leaves no tracks
Strange dressing.
and ignores difficult terrain and croutons. In addition, the creature can move at normal speed for up to 12 hours a day without suffering exhaustion from a forced march.
Kalman, come here. I got to rivet something on you.
Oh boy!
And then we can save the other pair for Callan-6.
And then if they hold hands, they count as a steed.
Oh no.
I ride Kalman in battle.
You know that's a Transformers mod you want to make to them now.
Can we pull the horseshoes off something and then put them onto something else later?
Yes. Yeah.
Can we put it on one of the ox things? The
Aurochs.
Aurochs?
You could.
Yeah.
And then Arn can ride the Oryx and float above the ground.
Oh, I spelled horse wrong. I said horseshoes.
Can I roll a tinker check?
No, they just go on.
Oh,
We don't need a farrier or anything.
I have a hammer.
I mean, you guys are going to have to take time to put them on. It'll probably take like an hour to get them on or off of something. All right. So we also last time talked about what you guys were going to do next, and you didn't really have a great opportunity to get into that. You also just received loot, and you got loot last time that I don't think you guys distributed. So if you want to do any of that housekeeping stuff now, that would probably be a good time to do it.
I'd like to call Crinkle.
What?
I run over to my mom once I'm digging through that stuff, and I give her ointment.
Okay. What does that cure?
Poison and disease. Removes poison and disease.
Okay.
And gives her 2d8 plus 2.
Okay, so you use one of the things of the ointment. She's back to full health from
Okay.
the deer, though.
Okay.
But she's exhausted, you can tell now, is the effect that's on her. And that does remove the poison effect, though.
Sorry.
Ding. Sorry, he found a bad berry.
I had a weird taste in my mouth when I woke up.
Oof.
So you guys gather back near the Raventree, or what are you doing?
I think
Yeah.
staying by the wall would be
By
the
the
best.
wall so you can see?
Yeah.
Okay.
But can I call Crinkle?
Yes, you can.
I touch my corn smart pin.
Trixie is over by him, and I figure Kira is by the Raventree. I just said that.
Did you officially give me the chainmail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crinkle.
Hold on a second. I just need a minute. I got things everywhere.
Yeah, that's probably...
Can we just take like 5?
Sure. Yeah.
Because
Sure
from
thing.
that battle, I'm screwed here with all my stuff. They're all messed up. Where did Kalman go?
Oh,
There it
no.
is.
Oh, boy.
What time is it?
It is...
Oh, it's not dinner time, huh?
If we started at a normal time, it would be.
Was there anything you guys had that you got in the loot that needed to be?
I have 100 gold pieces of gems, Hill Giant Strength, and then 4 more doses of that ointment, but I kind of want to hang on to that.
Okay.
The ointment.
But you distribute it. I thought we said we distributed the gems. Each of us get 25. Each of the players get 25, and we can distribute them by our characters.
But there's 6
however.
characters.
Players.
Yeah, I'm saying Amy, Eva, Sam, Mike get 25 gems.
But then Trixie and Kira get...
Yeah, so what? You get to play
12
2
and 13.
characters. You're welcome.
Well, you could roll another character.
I don't want to.
I'm still waiting for Will to kill one of mine.
Trying.
Yeah, he did try to kill Dern.
Those orcs were standing right there, man. They could have taken swings.
Hey, I'm Sam, and you're listening to Date Night Podcast. If you're interested in homebrew items, class race options, and other unique things about the show, you can get more information about a lot of them from our friendly neighborhood game moms, Dungeon Master Guild titles. Some of them are offered for free, and if you like things that are free, go on and get those, and some of them are paid, and if you like to support our show, those are only just a few dollars, and you can help support us. You can find all of those titles by going to datenightpodcast.com and clicking the store tab, or search for Will Mayer on dmsguild.com. There are titles like Path of Fury for the Barbarian, my personal favorite, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Rules for Building Your Own Homunculus, Bloodlines for new races, backgrounds, feats, and Crinkle Fire Touches Guide to Homebrew Magic Items made for your campaign. Now, let's get back to the story and see what dumb thing we're going to do next.
So the last thing we did was GW wanted to kind of, are you going off by yourself or what, to talk to
I'll just
GW?
kind of chill out.
All right, so you press the Corn Smart badge and you hear...
Crinkle!
Oh, what? Huh?
It's me,
Who?
Penelope, Tim.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey.
you were asking me about Modrons.
Oh yeah, did you come up with anything?
Starting to get difficult, but I know where Modrons come from.
All right, Crinkle, here, how about this? I got a new task for you.
All right.
Don't worry about Modrons anymore.
I only spent like 15 hours reading that book. That's all right.
Hey, no, it's okay. You came up with some great stuff. I'd like to see that in your report.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, I'd like to see that in your weekly report.
Okay.
However, don't worry about that right now. We'll just kind of take your notes, push it to the side.
Yeah. I'll put it in one of the piles. I'm sure I'll be able to find it.
All right, you ever see that? You ever see that scroll Back to the Future?
Just to recount, Trixie was near you
All right, that's
on
fine.
the wall, so she's kind
okay.
of confused.
Haven't seen that one before.
That's fine. How about you know anything about time traveling?
You're asking me about time travel.
Yes.
Like going to the future, going to the past.
You're mostly going to the past, right? I mean, if you know anything about going to the future, then sure, but...
Weird. Yeah. Well, time travel is possible, I think. I mean, I know, I guess. And you hear him just like flipping through some pages. In fact, right now, I'm somewhere on Valbara. I'd have to look at my notes to figure out precisely where at this when. I lived down there for 30 years or so back then, or now. This is near the end of it. Near the cradle, maybe. Anyway, it's hard to explain, but I think it has to do with my lab.
Your lab can time travel?
No, I mean, my lab, it only seems to exist, like, when I open it. So, if I left it, I could live out some time in Volyanaya and then travel back to where I left from, but not only back here to this place, but virtually the same time that I left. So, if a pen was falling from the air when I left, I could catch it before it fell when I got back, if I could remember where I dropped it. That's a bad example. Imagine a groundhog. One morning he leaves his hole, he goes about his day, and then that evening he goes back to his hole, because where else is he going to go?
Right.
But right when he gets inside of it, he sticks his head out to take a peek at the sunset. You know, groundhogs, they love sunsets. But it's not sunset. It's sunrise. And not only that, it's the morning of the same day it was just the night of. Only a moment has passed in the hole, and the hole is part of the world above it, but when time passed in the rest of the world, it failed to pass in the hole until he went back in.
I am so glad I cannot hear this.
Well, he's quite mad, isn't he?
Or maybe it's better to say that time failed to pass in the rest of the world relative to the hole. So if he wanted to, the groundhog, he could live the same day over and over again, provided he didn't spend any time.
No.
Provided he didn't spend any time in the hole to sleep or tinker. Let's call it, I don't know,
No.
No.
the Groundhog Day effect.
I've seen that scroll.
Oh, I thought thought I came up with it. Well, anyway, my pocket dimension is like that groundhog's hole, turns out. Not by design, mind you. It's kind of unexpected. I wasn't expecting when I got back here that it would be 30 years ago then when it was. Whatever. I think it's because of the magic I was tinkering with at the time. I had just learned a very difficult spell that could stop time, but it was very taxing, so I decided to enchant this little device that, do you know Crimpy Elder Weasel?
Yes, of course.
He makes nice stuff. Anyway, he made a little thing that marked time, and I put the time stop spell in it, and, well, I needed my workshop. I really needed it, but I never seemed to have enough time to work on it. So I kept using the time stop spell, maybe too much, but when I was working to create the workshop, just to get a little bit of extra time. And I'm not sure, but I think that was no coinky-dink, you know. I think
No, definitely not.
It has to have something to do with the way the workshop works. I tried to do it again. I can never build the same thing twice, even if I try. You know, the Modron's legs, for example. Never mind. Never mind about
What? Okay, go ahead.
I mean, that's kind of it. I mean, the shop is a fixed point in time now, or I guess it becomes one when I'm not here. Theoretically, I can't say I've been out in a long time, you understand. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know. What was your question again?
I need to go travel through time back a long time. I need a way to get back. How can I do that? I need to take people with me as well.
Yeah, well, I don't think it matters so much if somebody needs to go with you, maybe, unless it's relative to you or me. But if it's relative to my shop, it must be possible, sort of. So if I'm the reference in my situation, then time travel might not be possible unless you've already done it. I mean, lived the time or marked the place you left out of a regular time from. You're following me. But if the shop...
Darn
if the
isn't.
shop is the
Mike
reference...
isn't.
I am feeling my Zavask at the moment.
If the workshop is the reference, then the point in time that it was opened would have been static if I never went back. Right?
All right.
And if that's true...
Just saying words now. None of it means anything.
But I can't not try to make sense of it.
If that's true, then time travel to the past might be possible. If, and this is a big if. Boy, do I know something about big ifs. If there is a static point that was opened any time in the past that acts the way my shop does, and you could figure out a way to travel there, you could use it to move back in time.
All right.
So, like, if there's another groundhog hole that's been empty, like, a lot longer than my shop, if you popped in, you'd end up seeing the same thing the groundhog saw when he left, no matter how long ago he skipped out.
So how do I go about finding one of these holes?
I have no idea. I gave up on researching time travel a long time ago when I lost the library.
Library, then.
Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. Down there, maybe I haven't lost it yet.
All right.
Give me some time to go back and find my notes. I'll figure out exactly where I am right now.
All right. Just, call me, beat me.
I can't call you. You can only call me on this thing. That's kind of how it works.
Wait, don't hang up yet. Can he tell us about the Modrons? Because weren't the other people...
Owl, we don't care about Modrons anymore, right, Crinkle? We don't...
I'm curious now. I want to know.
We know enough, right, Crinkle?
That's up to you. I'm going to get on this time travel thing.
Yeah, I need him on time travel now, Owl.
Well, he can still at least tell me what he figured out, and then I can tell the others.
I guess.
Because he was just speaking a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
I don't know. It's Owl. Hey, I cup it. His Owl's gotten really annoying. She wants to know everything
I want to know about the Modrons.
The Modrons? I don't
An
care.
owl?
I don't know. Crinkle.
Well, the last thing I found out about the Modrons was where they came from.
All right, where'd they come from then?
When
It was
a daddy
ages
Modron.
and ages ago. The first time, I think, it might have been the second, that the gods were separated out of our world. Anyway, Primus, he was in control of law and order and all that kind of stuff, keeping things in check. And he couldn't bear to see Mechanus run without him there to keep the law. But he couldn't stay because he was a god and the gate was being separated. And Mechanus is on this side. It's one of the bridge planes. So, he didn't leave. He stayed. He became all the Modrons, so far as I can tell.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that is... You could have opened with that. That's cool. All right, so... Wait, what's the guy's name again?
Primus, the Prime, sometimes called.
So
Optimus Prime?
Optimus Prime?
In some circles. Semicircles.
So would he then be Kalman -1?
So
Hey,
would he
now
then
you-
be Kalman -1?
Now you know.
I-
We all know knowing is half the battle.
I didn't find out anything
Wait,
about
that's G.I. Joe.
Cowmans in the research.
Oh, that's fine. All right, so Optimus Prime, he put the Allspark into anyone's...
Hey, that's a good way to... Yeah, the Allspark. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
Thor?
Hashtag not
That's
sponsored.
Transformers.
Transformers.
All right,
What am I
Crinkle.
thinking of?
The Tesseract. Looks like the Allspark, anyway.
All right, Crinkle.
The All-Father, maybe?
This
The all-
D&D podcast is getting way too nerdy for me, so let's rein it back in.
All right.
So go ahead, find those notes. Remember, we're pivoting all our efforts to time travel now.
All right.
Library, find that library. And, what happened to Dern's blunderbuss? Do you see that?
I don't see what happens. No, down there. I'm not like omniscient or anything. I'm just kind of usually working on stuff up here, enchantments, things along those lines. That's why I made this place, to get free of distractions.
Well, you got something in your throat.
No.
Oh, no, I feel like you got something.
Well, I think, it was nice talking to you.
All
and
right,
everything.
Crinkle. Everything you got on this time travel, it's super
I'll
important.
I'll figure out where I was, because I think that's the best bet to figure out what's going on, because I don't know if my library here has much of it in it anymore, but it might still,
No, I don't. But you figure it out, and I'll call you back. I'm fighting a war right now.
Oh, good luck with your war.
Thanks. I love you.
All right, goodbye.
Uh,
All right.
One of these days.
One of these days.
What's a blunderbuss?
It's rude to listen, and I walk away.
I was standing here looking with you, and then you started talking into your
I put in my
Weird.
headphones.
button thing.
I don't know.
He can't hear. He's got AirPods in.
You don't know that Dern doesn't still have a blunderbuss. He just hasn't used it in a while.
Well,
He's being
I
very
asked him.
mysterious about it.
What?
I think I asked him about it.
Yes, and he was evasive. That's not proof one way or the other.
Well, I was just asking what happened to it.
Yeah.
All right.
He still has the blunderbuss, and he's going to kill you with it.
Okay.
Bash you over the head
Or
with it.
potpourri you with it, one or the other.
Or summon a click beetle and make it attack you.
Or summon the Pope.
So you've had your short rest.
Yes.
What is it that you'd like to do now? There was a couple different things you were talking about when we left off last time. You were talking about possibly going back under through the Drake pits to try to get up to where the Mistress was. As time has passed over the past couple hours or so since you've come out of the pits,
Can I
things have
try
definitely
to
moved.
talk to my hammer?
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hello?
You get the... Do you have that sheet?
Yeah.
Can I have that? Because I was supposed to keep that.
Yeah.
You get just like a feeling of sort of like the connection you would, when you talk to Atlanta, that you get that just like there's somebody there listening, but you don't necessarily hear anything.
Silently disapproving of me. Got it.
Do you have a name?
I am the Lawbringer.
Oh, that's very nice. I'm Darren Hammerstone.
I am the Lawbringer.
So, are you going to be here like all the time, or? Do I have to pray to you, or how does this work?
You just hear. I guess some of this is more like this is telepathic, right? Like you get to choose. So
Right. Dern's talking out loud, but I like to think
you
that
get
he
the
gets
telepathic
responses.
answers. So some of it's just going to be in feelings, and you just get like an extra weight in your hands when you ask if you're here. It feels extra solid or heavy.
Okay. All right. So I saw the chain. That was pretty cool. What else do you do? Do you do anything else?
The law does not concern itself with the smallest things.
Yep, you're from out Atlanta, all right? Oh, okay. Thank you.
When the law wills, it speaks. When it does not will, it is silent.
So you'll call me, I don't call you. Got it.
Okay. That's it.
That was awesome.
It's like one of those like GI Joes. Those are the only two phrases it can
like
say.
pull string on the back of your hammer.
So every time I hit someone now, it's kung fu action.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good for the toys.
Yeah.
So as you're resting up, talking to Crinkle, talking to your hammer, doing all that stuff, Spree and Henna come back over to the Raventree, a little out of breath. They just tell you that they had an encounter with some sort of frog creature in the Kokiku.
I ridded this world of the demon frog.
Yeah, he did that. He
That was
almost ridded
Henna
the world
and
of.
Spree?
Yeah, he almost ridded the world of Malkovich too.
I was going to ask if that was Malkovich or some other frog creature.
A different one.
Malkovich is a rescue, right?
The wall, it stands.
For the moment.
I mean, pretty much.
Most of it. We did burn part of it down, right?
I mean, I burned a little bit of it down, but we
Yeah.
covered it up with these like wagon things. It's
Right.
pretty much the same thing, right?
They've been trying to park those across the empty spots in the wall.
So we're good, right, Henna?
Sure, we're good. But the worst part's coming, right? You know that.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah. It's big trees, right? Like lots of them.
Yeah, and you saw, because you guys said you wanted to stay up near the wall, I
Right.
guess, not the Raventree. There's one, like, giant tree in the mist, and there's also a section of, like, you can see it move with the trees along, but it always sort of keeps, like, a little clearing as it goes.
All right, so that clearing is, you see that right here, Henna, and I point right there. That's where the big bad lady is, right? Or is she in that big tree? Or where do you think she is?
The way they were talking, I think the big tree is the Blight Father.
Is it father now?
Blight Daddy.
There's
Got it.
one father and many mothers to the Blight in terms of the trees. He's sort of the alpha, I guess, if you want to put it that way.
So we knock him down. We still have to knock all the mommies down? All
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. What about in that clearing over there? What did you think is in there?
I mean, that might be part of her grove. I mean, it's all part of her grove, but I mean, there's a place that she stays among it, and that looks as suspect as anything else.
All right. A bit of a downer, right, Hannah? Be a little more happy.
Yeah.
How far away is that? Kira.
You're talking at the very edge of the horizon, so quite a ways.
Like 400.
Like if
couple miles
Trixie
away.
was flying, how far?
She could get there probably... It'd probably take her an hour full out, as fast as she could go.
Okay, because this scroll only lasts an hour.
Wait, it's like a mile away and it takes her an hour to
No,
get there?
it's a few miles away,
Oh,
like
okay.
on the horizon.
Well,
Because Kira has an invisibility scroll that she's willing to give to somebody if they're able to go check it out a little bit more.
Can I name my Auric?
Sure.
Okay.
It's yours. It was pulling one of the wagons.
But it's mine now, right? Okay. I'm calling it Dennis.
Okay.
That's a good name.
Thank you. I know that's not what we're talking about now, but I couldn't think about anything else until I had answers.
That's fair.
All right, so those tunnels underneath us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do they pop up in reference to that horde of light?
She kind of points out over.
Like inside? Are we right in the middle? Are we right behind?
Sort of
In the
near the back. Kind of toward the east. Sort of where that empty area is, but further behind it. I guess kind of beside it, but not right there.
well,
So this is what you know from last time. You know the tunnels go basically where the people went in with the drakes, the drows. At the time, it would have been under kind of this mass near the middle of it. Now you think it's maybe toward the rear of this whole thing. They also said that she was planning on having a retreat to the shrine of the Storm Raven if things went south. Like if it looked like she couldn't defeat the forces at Raventree. That was the other plan.
In which direction is the shrine from
South?
her?
It's northeast.
So she would have to, like, teleport or something?
She would have to go well around the side of Raventree to get up there. Like toward the abandoned city, toward Auntie Marlene's, out that way along the road. But she wouldn't have to teleport.
Okay.
past the scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
Scarecrow's going to take her down.
So that would be her direction. Like, she would have to go that way. So I could try to lay this out, I guess, based on what your characters know, just so you have, like, options. Is that what you... Would you want me to do that? Or do you think you have an idea?
I mean, I got an idea, but do you guys want options from God or here? I mean, it's better to divert her, right? We need the Raventree, so can we make ourselves look more powerful than we are for a little bit? Make her retreat, and then take her down on the way to the Storm Raven area?
We've defended successfully so far.
Right. When we don't, though, Raventree's...
If we don't.
Right, that's a lot of trees there. Zev?
It is a lot of trees. If we attack from behind and we can take her out, then they might just not attack Raventree anymore.
2 words. Cornhole.
All right.
No.
Well,
Which is not a bad idea.
no, not bad idea.
It does isolate her from the main force.
Yeah.
Do you use your strength when you attack with that?
With the
Dex,
I
yeah.
can use strength. If I'm in melee
Yeah,
distance.
if you can slap
I
her
can
with
just
it.
whack
Yes,
someone with
that's
it.
true.
Because I've got an extra Hill Giant strength potion that increases your... things flying. Increases your strength
Yeah, that wouldn't be super
a lot.
helpful.
To a 23.
Plus 5.
I mean, if it comes down to it, I don't know if you guys want to try and avoid it, go around, divert it, whatever. But if it comes down to it and it starts looking like she's close, that is a plan B.
All right, yeah. That seems good.
And we could rest here until they get closer, and then we can decide.
You want to wait?
I mean, we can talk about it. Are we going to try to get around her and kill her, or are we just trying to defend?
How long till they get here?
They had originally told you nightfall, but it looks like they're moving faster than that.
We're going to have to kill her sooner or later, and the longer it takes us to do that, the more damage she's going to cause.
I was just wondering if we could maybe squeeze in a long rest?
I mean, I don't really need one.
It depends what you want to do, I guess.
Okay.
Um,
I only
you
used
will
the second
lose
level spell.
the feast if you take a long rest.
24 hours.
I don't
You'd
think
be
we
pretty
need a long.
close.
I don't need a long.
I don't
rest.
need a long rest. We got to go now. There's a lot of poison.
So you see, as you're up near the walls, finally Alani comes back up with, actually Yohei, you see in tow, and a few other spearmen and bowmen, and they are rough. Like, what started as dozens, a few squads of these, is basically down to what looks like 2 ragged squads of one spearman squad and one of bow. They look pretty beat up. Philium is with them, sort of leading them. Rickmash and Fury you don't see. They might be taking a rest or something. And Alani just sort of comes up and says, "This is pretty much what we have left." And 2 moose folk kind of move in from where they were in the woods. And them. The rest are too hurt to fight or worse.
Huh.
I think we might need to try and
The
take her out
mages are
then.
resting.
Yeah, well, that kind of... Yep, I agree.
They should be rested by the time the creatures get here, at least the fire mage and the... I don't know about Kairos.
Where's my boy?
Oh boy.
My boy? My wizard boy?
Isn't that Kairos? Or the
No.
fire?
There's the young kid.
Oh, no.
Something got him.
Like, how long ago?
Last night, sometime in the darkness, he was defending the river.
Oh. Oh, no, 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 no.
Rickmash, too, she says. I couldn't bring him back. I was exhausted. I tried.
It's not your fault. But I'm gonna go. I can't sit around. I just can't. I don't know if you're gonna go with me or anyone. My boy died. I liked him a lot. Feel a little responsible. If I would have rolled a nat 20 back when I trained him, maybe he would know some more spells than that cantrip. So that's kind of on me. I'm gonna go kill that demon, right? The
I
Blight
will-
Mother.
I will go with you.
I hold out my hand for Zev.
Zev takes it.
Shake hands. It's very
Okay.
I
It's
didn't know if
beautiful.
you were
It's a beautiful
holding or
moment.
shaking.
We had a nice
Yeah.
bro moment there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
all
She's
right.
still going, right?
I'll go too. I
All
said
right.
I would end the blight in this land, so I'm going to try and go.
All right. Well, I'm pretty pissed off. I'm not good anymore. I'm pretty much neutral now. So,
So that's exciting.
yeah, I'm pretty pissed off, and I'm leaving right now.
I abandoned my boy.
I abandoned my boy.
My journey with all of you I thought would be different. What you did to those drow, I'll come with you to the Mistress because she's a greater threat to the world than anything, but after that, I can't be here. My oath won't allow it.
Don't be such a baby.
Yeah, I like Dash 6 better anyway. So, I love you, Calman. I do.
I don't. But I'll stay. I mean, you guys think I'm real naive and stuff, but I know what you did to those people who asked for sanctuary. I know that was wrong.
Right.
I
I mean,
was in
I
favor
know
of
it was
granting
wrong
them
now
sanctuary,
too.
so don't
Hindsight is
lump me in
2020,
with
buddy.
them.
I mean, I know I did wrong, but
I mean,
I was in
Aaron-
favor of giving them sanctuary, so I don't
Kira-
want to hear about it.
Trixie, maybe not. But Zev? GW?
Yeah, I know. I know, Kalman.
Dern?
I know.
Chains. They're of the law, but they're not of... Well, I've said my piece.
It's very hard to take him seriously. He's so cute.
Yeah, I mean, thanks a lot, Kalman. Real positive speech. We know what we've done. It sucks, but, like, it had to happen. If you can't stay with us, then you can't stay with us, but I'm glad that you're coming right now.
And he starts walking. Thanks for listening to Date Night Podcast with me, Will, your friendly neighborhood game mom. If you like the show, we can really use your help to spread the word. So share the show with a friend or family member who you think might enjoy the story. You can also help by following us on social media like Twitter at Date Night Podcast and sharing our posts from there. That's also the best way to follow our giveaways and announcements about the show. Now, let's get back to the action. Well, what way were you guys going, I guess?
The smart way.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot leave these people.
Makes sense. You and I get that beer on the other side?
Aye. Even if all I do is slow them down long enough. You get in there, you kill that bitch, and we'll be done with it.
All right.
And Dern holds out a gauntleted hand for GW.
And I hold it back out.
Aaron?
I'm too far across the table, but the sentiment is there.
Lass?
Good luck.
We're all going to be fine.
Green boy. Haven't known you for very long, but you're swinging that sword pretty good. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Asshole.
You have such a soothing, lovely voice.
Little lass, are you staying or are you going?
I'm not going out there.
All right.
Oh, she's Australian.
I'm going to stay here.
Just to be fair, this might not be such a nice place to be.
Oh, because going behind enemy lines is going to be much better.
Look, he gets real quiet and real close. Look at what we got left here, lass. Would you rather be with all the pack of the strong ones, or would you rather be here?
We haven't had a long rest in a while.
Aye, I don't really need one. The rest of them behind me, they need one, and they're not going to get one.
Probably either Kira or Trixie should stay. But
I'm not much used to my magic yet. So I want to stay here, please.
Aye, you do you, but... All right.
it's
Good
going
to
to get
have you.
ugly either way.
I got... Thinking about this, I feel like we all need to go together. I really, truly feel like
I just
we
feel
all,
like God is up there shaking his head at us.
I feel like I got a ping from my godly side. It shot me with an arrow or something, and I got a ping that the Almighty One said we need to all go together or else we're gonna die.
Well, I've not had much luck with the Almighty lately.
My poker face is good.
Yeah.
I've not had much luck with the Almighty lately, so
We're trying to split up our extra characters.
I'm making a...
Yeah, but we had them all for the last fight. We might actually need them. That's my first instinct, but we might need them.
Yeah, we could cut this later. I think we all need to go.
I'm not going to metagame. Dern would stay.
Trixie would stay with
Your
Dern.
hammer would definitely talk to you. Because you were given the hammer to destroy this threat. Particularly.
But Dern was pretty clear with Atalanta that he wasn't going to leave these people again.
There's only like
I don't
12 of
think
them
it's
left.
So
leaving.
I need,
I don't
I'm
think
just
it's
trying to figure out what
leaving
the
them.
hammer would
Yeah.
say, is what I'm trying to figure out.
Right.
Or how it would say it.
I don't think that protecting them from the greater threat is leaving them.
Yeah. All right, listen. We can uncut here. Amy, right here. All right, listen, Darren. I appreciate... And we're still shaking hands, so cut there. Cut there. Go back there. We're shaking hands. Dern,
I shook hands with like 4 other people after you, buddy.
I come back. I shake his hand.
Okay.
Oh, we're back to this. Okay.
I use a secret charge of the brush of happy accidents. And go back. A secret charge, though, so it's not a real one. And
Just
all right,
edit all of this out.
all right, listen,
I'm
Dern,
thinking I'm going to leave it in.
I love that heart, right? But honestly, look at me in the eye. Come on, down here.
He looks down.
All right. You are leaving these people more so by staying than coming along. Look at all those bloody trees out there, Dern. Do you see them? It's
I
a
see 'em.
forest. What are you going to do? Take down 2? Right? And then get crushed? You could start a fire,
You'll
take down a
do
dozen
way
of them.
more good
You are
with
going
us than by yourself.
You both. You too, Trixie, Owling. Sorry I was rude to you earlier. That's silly. I like it. I like your jokes. You two are leaving Raventree less defended by staying than coming. Because, like, there's no way. You can take down a couple, but that's a whole forest. We need to take it off at the source.
If we're not fast enough, none of it will matter.
Oh, bloody hell. We'll be
Exactly.
fast enough.
You're gonna die. If you stay behind, you're gonna die, and you're not gonna be any help to anyone. If you come with us, you might be able to stop this before someone else.
Dern, you didn't trust me last time I said you needed to stay with us. Look at me. We need you. We need Trixie. We need you too, Spree. I will go with you.
You hear from the hammer, oddly enough. I don't know if this helps. But it says, before you hear, do not judge.
Dern, we need you. And I know the owl will come if you come.
I'm not going anywhere without him.
That's what she said.
It also says,
It says, listen to the bloody gnome.
well, this kind of goes the other way, but it says, equals have no sovereignty over each other.
I just
And
told
then it
Dern.
cracks open another fortune cookie, and it says,
Ding, ding, ding. I'm getting some mixed messages here. Am I supposed to stay, or am I supposed... Why am I talking to the hammer?
I don't know, Dern. I'm trying to have a conversation with you, honestly, bud, and you're talking to your bloody hammer.
It just says, a judge knows the law.
Fine.
Well,
But
I
we
put-
need to be fast. Those things will be here before nightfall. If we can't get to her before that, who knows how long or how short the defense here will last.
well,
all right.
I
I'm going to
have-
hit it from the front. That's what she said.
stop it.
You and-
Chaotic neutral, baby. I'm
that
playing
doesn't mean
it.
you go
That
full
doesn't
Michael
mean
Scott.
anything.
Okay, I take it back. You're not chaotic neutral anymore.
Oh!
Only do it if it's a good one.
That's what she
he
says.
goes- if he goes chaotic evil, does that make him prison Mike from that one?
The Dementors!
I have the spell Sanctuary, which might come in handy, but here's the problem with it. It's useless. Because I can only cast it on one creature, and if that creature does anything, if that creature even thinks about moving a muscle, the spell ends. So, I guess I'll save that.
All right.
What?
Well, cast it on...
I have, okay, because of my Titan's Refuge feat, I have this, I can cast the spell Sanctuary, but it's a dumb spell that's useless.
What does it do?
Any enemy who targets the person I cast Sanctuary on has to, I think,
Have to make a
succeed
wisdom save, I think.
Yeah, or they miss. But if the person I cast it on makes an attack or casts a spell, not even just like a spell, like an attack, like casts a spell that affects anyone, then the spell ends. Which is stupid.
So whoever has it can't attack or cast a spell.
Yeah, so you basically just have to wait till someone's unconscious.
Can we bring Alani along with her revivify?
How many V's were in that one?
That's what my brain does every time I hear
told you she didn't have any.
She ran out, and that's why the boy died.
No, that's why her.
Mishmash.
All right. So here's my idea. All right. I'm gonna go straight into it, and I'm gonna make help for these things. I can be a huge distraction.
Aye.
Thank you, Dan. And then you guys, some people maybe could come with me.
I think we're all going with you at this point.
Right, but like directly with me, or you can go up around it and do a sneak attack while I'm
Dern kind of jostles up and down. You hear all the chains going shh, shh, shh.
All right, so
I'm not very sneaky. I think I'll come with you.
All right, you come with me. Then
however, am very sneaky.
all right, so Zev,
Me
you
too.
can go underneath. Trixie, you can go underneath. Come up from the back.
I'm not the sneakiest, but I'm best close up, and I do have plan B.
All right, Aaron, you
So-
go with them. All right. Or do you want to come with me? I don't know what that was meaning.
The ones
How-
that are getting closer to the mistress, that's the one I'm going with.
All right, so you sneak up from behind then, right? The ones who come up from behind get the mistress.
How deep is this line?
Miles?
How far is the...
So we better get started.
Yeah.
So
How far is the clearing from
Near the back.
it's near the back?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
it's
yes.
miles from the front lines to the back. So if we need your help, there's no way you guys can get to us or us get to you.
Well,
Does Dern hear his song yet, by the way? Okay.
I whip out a scroll that I have of Dudley. Dudley gave me a horse scroll.
Do you mean Dougley?
Dudley, yes. Dudley gave me a scroll that allows me to cast the Dudley Phantom Steed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use this and get there pretty fast, right? How
You won't
fast?
be able to get to the clearing.
No, but
because
No, I
it's
think what
like
he's trying to
trees.
do is go to the front line and stop it before it even gets to Raventree, around the same time that we're going underneath as fast as we can behind the lines.
Whoa,
But if
whoa.
it's
I
miles,
didn't know we were just charging right at this thing. I thought we were all going underground.
oh, you can go underground. I'm going to charge right at it and
What
create
happened
a.
to the whole "you'll die too fast to make a difference" thing?
I think we all need to stay together.
Aye.
I mean, all right.
If it's a distraction that you need, when the students from the Mage College wake up, I'm sure they can make one.
There's still a barrel of gunpowder over there. That's a hell of
Oh.
a distraction.
I didn't know about that. You didn't
Right.
show that to me, Dan.
You were here at the table when I said that.
I don't know.
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
Either way, that was a couple months ago.
Yeah. All right. We'll all go up the back.
How strong is your bee?
Oh, bee's dead. Right.
Yeah, the bee's gone.
I don't
No
have
more
any
bees?
No more bees.
Oh.
Those kind,
You're
actually.
completely out of bees?
Not all my bees. I've got some more beads.
Are you saying bees or bees?
Yes.
Because if the bee was strong enough to fly up in the air, then it could take the gunpowder and blast it on the front lines.
No, I don't have any more bees, Kira.
I'm saying this is what my thought
Suicide
was.
bee.
No, and then it
Suicide
drops
bee.
it on the front lines.
I don't have any more bees, so it's not.
That was the idea I had. So if we had anything that could lift the barrel, which Trixie cannot because she only weighs 25 pounds,
Oh, here. And I hand her a potion of hill giant strength.
I have that too.
Okay. Then I hand her a potion of frost giant strength. Take both of them.
I don't think they can
No,
stack.
your strength is 45.
Does it
I
work
don't
like
think they
that?
can stack.
Huge muscles.
All right.
Roid bird.
Yes. So, all right.
And Kira has a Dougley Terrain spell scroll still too.
Oh, yes. Oh,
But that's also going to affect us if I use it.
Let's do this.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
know
do
how
it.
We're going to start. I'm not the strategy person. I'm the person who says
All right.
stop strategizing and start doing it.
you're right. Aaron, I agree. Akagi? No. Alani.
Yes.
You know my father?
Yes. Cause a distraction, all right? Make us seem much more powerful than we are. All right?
Okay.
Like anything, like big fire, make us seem like we've got 7 dragons here. I don't know what you can bloody do. I'm not mage. I don't know. I mean, mage. Am I a mage? I'm an inventor wizard. I made it all. Make a big distraction. Big booms. Make them turn. Right?
Well, we'll put the powder keg out in the field, and maybe Kairos can hit it with one of his fireballs.
All right. Perfect. That sounds great. Keep doing that. Lots of big. Make them turn. All right.
We'll do what we can, but be quick.
I mean, yes, we will be quick.
And thank you.
Do we want to cover the perimeter just outside the wall with grease and then light it up?
During this
Just to bring
discussion,
it all
here's
full
Those are
circle?
spell slots,
Yeah.
baby.
If we had days and days, yes, but
those bags of
You don't have
leaves
grease
you gave
in the
me.
pantry?
No.
The bags
the
of
first
leaves you
level.
gave me. For healing, you make it into a tea or just
Yes.
spit leaves. How long do those last if I make them into tea?
I think the tea you have to drink around a campfire and like on a short rest, but you can use the ointment. Use it as an ointment at any time.
Because I was thinking of brewing it while we were been talking and then bring it along.
I don't
I
think
Making
think,
some
I think we determined it
tea.
was something you can use on a short rest.
Okay.
Kira's-
And then after that, it doesn't
Kira's
last long.
frantically unscrewing her thermos. Stay alive!
Stay hot.
All right. So
So no hot tea.
we got to
For the
get there
ride.
fast. So let's go back down to the tunnels, and then we've all got some sort of steed or something we can ride, right?
Dennis, away!
I don't.
All right, you can ride on mine. We can take one of the.
Can you shape Earth the
How
whole
big-
Can I
thing?
shape Earth
How big are
enough
the
so I can
orcs?
get one of the wagons down there?
Too big to fit in that
Like an
hole.
oxen.
Can I shape Earth to get a wagon down there?
No way.
To get our mounts
some of the
down there?
places where the tunnels were, the taller people had to crawl.
Like
But
a
then-
little wagon, like a rickshaw.
No.
So it's like Babe.
I mean, some of it was more open, like the caverns and stuff, but there were definitely places where the drakes crawled through, and they're not even as big as a horse where they tunneled through.
Fine, we'll just
But the
go.
caverns were big, right?
They were.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. So we're boom, boom, boom. Bum, 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 bum,
Are you
bum, bum.
trying to take Spree with you, or
Whatever he wants.
Should
we could use some extra healing.
It was Bill's idea to go around and kill him from
he
behind
was the
anyways.
strike team advocate
Yeah.
from the beginning, so
I-
it probably
yeah.
makes sense.
I do
that he
think
would go.
that I will. I would like to go with you.
Okay.
In fact, I believe it was my idea first.
In fact, I believe it was my idea first.
Hi-ho, let's
Hannah.
go.
All right.
I'll stay on the walls, Hannah says.
I mean, if you wanted to come with us, that'd be pretty dope. Can you ride Malkovich?
No.
I don't think who has a steed other than you.
Arin.
You have a steed. Where'd you
Kira.
get a steed?
It's
Me.
an elk.
When did you get that?
Remember
It's
the
her
Water
Titan-
Striders?
Oh, that's right.
Titan touched.
What did you say? Well, I heard that you answered the question when I asked how big is an auroch, but I
Like an oxen?
A cow.
Yeah, a big bull.
Ooh. Big bull. Big bull chased me.
thought you said like 8
Can we
oxen,
fit
and I was like, that
with
cannot be right.
with three steeds?
So my characters.
Can we
none
all
of my
get on?
characters have a steed.
No, because
Not out
they
here.
won't fit
I mean-
underground.
If we summon, yours won't fit underground.
Just regular ass ox. I don't know what she could summon
He
underground.
can
but-
kind of fly.
He can kind of fly.
Yeah, you can float.
Can we get her ox down there?
His name used to be
Not
Dennis,
without
but I'm
digging
changing
out.
it to Babe.
Not without digging out a hole or...
It's fine. I'll just leave Dennis. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Dennis,
All right,
be good.
let's
I
go.
love you.
We'll just go down there.
Okay. So we'll say it's the 8 that go. The standard 8. The hateful 8. All right. Down the hole.
Hashtag not sponsored.
You go past the burned up drow, but mostly were toasted to a crisp in that tunnel, and you guys like crawl over the bodies of the drake and all that stuff through that tight area. Make it through that. You get to the cavern where it was starting to collapse a little bit, but luckily a lot of the rocks fell down. It doesn't look like it blocks the path out of the cavern, and things look like they've stabilized since Trixie's wake-up grenade went off. Who's leading the way through the tunnels, I guess?
Hi-ho.
And,
I'm right next to him.
all right, so you're up in the front.
I should get advantage on perception checks because it's my natural habitat.
You guys, you have dark vision, so
Yeah.
And
you
with
won't
Cl-
get the disadvantage.
with Clippy, it says that I have advantage on certain checks. Provides an extra set of hands or an extra pair of eyes. Just
He's not
Those
going
are
on my
the
shoulder.
ones you would get in the in the table, though. Well, yeah, he could help
Like
you with a perception check.
checks.
Yeah, he could give you an advantage.
Yeah.
So, we'll say we'll let GW and Dern both make perception checks. GW at advantage. You guys are
Trixie
moving
has
quick,
120
right?
square dark vision,
Okay.
so she would also want to be up in
I
front
should
too.
probably make just one person roll, but at advantage. So let's do that over. Who wants to make the perception check at advantage for the party?
I got 2 dice right here. One's an 11. What modifiers am I using?
Perception.
For whom?
That's what I was asking. What character wants to make the one at
Mine is
advantage for
+7.
the party?
Oh, I thought we were doing it for the entire
Well,
party.
I already rolled, so the highest is an 11.
Okay. As
Stupid.
Dern is up in the front of the tunnel and GW is trying to look around and keep an eye out, he just trips over a tripwire, and a crossbow bolt shoots out from a hand crossbow put into the wall.
Into the wall, not into the wall of Dern?
Well, no, I mean, the crossbow is kind of mounted on the side of the cavern.
okay.
It deals 5 piercing damage and what would have been poison damage,
Nice.
Nice.
and you
That one smarted.
quickly notice that this is probably, there was a drow that was fleeing back through the tunnel. It looks like she rigged up a trap here in the tunnel and kept going.
I thought we killed her.
No, there was an extra one.
Okay.
All right, well, keep on trucking.
Okay. You continue along through the tunnels. The natural caverns don't last very long. It goes back to Drake tunnels, and often you have to stop to stoop, and it's not easy going to continue this way. But after a few... after
Wait, do we have
couple-
Fresnel?
Yes.
Fresnel!
Yeah, you can definitely pull Fresnel out. You can shine through the hallways. And when you do, as Fresnel comes out and shines up near the ceiling, you see all these writhing roots starting to come down from above, and you know you're under at least the front portion of the grove as they start to move. Will somebody make one more perception
Me.
check for the second part of this? Okay.
Since Trixie's right behind
You'll be
him.
at advantage because other people are looking too.
24?
All right. As you and, say, GW are sort of keeping an eye out, Zev takes a step and almost
Zev, stop.
walks under one of these vines as it reaches out to, like, whip at him from one of the roots, I should say, not vines. But you get his attention right before he steps within its range as it's sort of lashing out. And you get the idea that some of these longer ones you need to avoid. But with that and Fresnel's light shining up at the ceiling, for the most part in the tunnels where you have the room to get around them, it looks like you could get through these or sort of firebolt them before you get to them, and you manage to make it through the tunnels without any of them getting a hold of you.
Cool.
And then in what's been a few hours of traveling underground, you get to the point where the tunnel branches upward toward the ground, and this is sort of the end of the road of what's been burrowed.
All right, let's go.
Who's peeking up?
Me.
All right, you roll a perception check.
Why not Trixie, who has
Um,
+10 to stealth?
Because she hasn't been in the front.
She
Yes.
was right up in the front with
It's
GW
at
and her.
advantage if Clippy's on your shoulder
Yes.
looking too.
8.
You see trees.
All right.
Trees are green.
I cast a message.
sorry,
Hey,
Trixie.
Trixie, come up here and look. And I poke down.
Okay.
Did you get a nat 1 too? All right.
It's
Wait,
trees.
perception? That'd be a 10.
You guys just see that there's trees. It's kind of dark.
Kira,
You're in the no,
come on
no, you can't keep checking. So you look up around. It's kind of dark. I mean, you could see with your dark vision just from the canopy of trees above.
Are
A
they
lot of them
moving?
don't have leaves though, so there's definitely a lot of light coming in. But it's late in the day now.
Okay. These trees aren't moving though, are they?
Some of them, they seem to move in fits and starts. Like they plant again, they unplant, they move. It's like a weird rhythm that you can kind of get as you're sort of moving along. Like it's only every maybe 20 seconds or so that they re-uproot, move, sort of scatter, poof, back into the ground. It's almost like a weird, slow heartbeat in the woods.
I hate this.
But yeah, so
Trixie nods.
All right. Well, can I do like a nature check to see like where we are about Like,
With the sun or whatever? Like,
Yeah, I
try to
don't
get
know.
an
Tracking
idea of
the
where you
stars.
are in the grove?
Yeah.
That would be a survival check, I think.
19 plus 2.
Okay. As you give a quick look around and try to replace the thing and account for the fact that the grove was moving, above you, which makes it a little hard to tell, you did come up in sort of the eastern part of the grove, which puts you maybe not too far from that clearing. And with that check, you get, at least you think you have a general direction of which way you might head.
All right, let's go this way, guys.
Okay. As everybody gets up, I'll let everybody make a perception check this time.
I don't re-roll one.
Oh boy.
No, you sort of...
Here
had
it
to
casts
look
as Pass Without Trace on the party.
around. Okay.
20.
Oh. Aaron, you see the drow that you saw in the tunnel, except she's hanging from her neck in one of these trees. And with the 20, you see that the vine is still moving and constricting tighter and tighter around her neck. And as you get a look at that tree in particular, you see that it has 6 or 7 corpses hanging from it in its boughs. And all of you sort of give that one in particular a wide berth as you move by. Seeing it, you could roll a nature check if you would like.
Does the guy look dead?
Yes.
Kira would
the
like
drow
to as
woman.
well.
19.
That's pretty
Or not.
good. This is a tree that sort of just hides, and it actually kills and eats people even before the blight ever came around. Some people call it a hangman's tree.
Good.
But it's not going to be moving any faster than any of these other trees, so if you kind of like time it right, you can get so where you don't have to encounter it. So you've sort of managed to, in your wariness, sort of get away from the roots and get away from this hangman's tree.
Oh, my bandana also grants me advantage on all dexterity or stealth checks made in forest or jungle terrain.
Well, that's what you're going to make next if you're trying to be stealthy, or are you trying to move quickly?
Plus 10 bonus.
We have plus. Yeah, we have Pass Without Trace.
Oh, so we're just going to go fast.
Yeah, we should definitely go fast.
So that would make your stealth check usually at a disadvantage. So you're all at disadvantage except Aaron, but you get to add 10 to that.
Nat 20!
Very good.
That's a 30.
So what are we rolling for again?
Stealth at disadvantage.
13.
It's not bad, but you get plus 10. That's with the plus 10? All right, that's going to be the low in the Lee in the group.
24.
Oh, okay.
Zev's a 24, Dern is a 27.
All right.
At disadvantage.
Trixie's
Well.
a 24.
I rolled a 30.
19 on Kira.
You crit. So.
I think as a group, that's a pretty good stealth check. So you make your
Oh,
way...
pretty good? You think that's pretty good?
Well, Spree
I'm
and
backflipping through
Spree
the
and
woods.
Kalman and Grease Wizard weren't great. But even with the disadvantage, they were like 18 because of the plus 10. So, yeah, Aaron just almost swinging from tree to tree with her Rambo-style bandana. You're not locked in here with them. They're locked in here with you. Wait, that's the Mark Stallone movie.
And Trixie's wondering how on earth she's out stealthing her.
You actually get to a ring, a really tightly woven ring of undergrowth.
I put it on my finger.
and trees. And Zev, your sword basically flares to life in your hands.
Shh. Be quiet.
And you hear, "She's near."
I know. Okay. He very quietly. She is near. The sword told me.
All right. Well, do we see her? Can I investigate?
You'd see a big, tightly woven set of trees in front of you. That's pretty much all you can see. It runs up about 70 feet up into the air. These are some of the larger trees in the grove.
So that's her, right?
And the trees are like alive, whatever they're doing.
They're doing that.
Do I see any like birds or anything in them?
No.
Zev takes his sword and he kind of holds it out like a divining rod, and he's waiting to see if it gets brighter or dimmer.
Ooh,
or-
that's smart.
Like Inigo Montoya.
It's actually really dumb, but I figure Zev could try it.
Well, it is.
You just
Zev.
get the... She's near. Send her to me.
Can you be more specific?
Is she Fae or is she a beast or what is she again?
You take it she's probably Fae.
Like, is she up or down or forward or to the left?
I don't know.
It's good to know
GPS
that,
coordinates.
because that means she's a greater favorite enemy.
Yep.
Kira.
I'm gonna blast that thing with fireball.
No.
I'm pretty sure that will give away our position.
Scatter.
Is that the name of the spell?
Is that a warning?
The trees move again.
Well, I mean, it's probably that, right?
But I don't know. The sword just says she is near.
Well, truly, there's only... I mean, I could go ask.
Who?
I'm sure if I went out there...
As you scurry to keep up with the moving grove in front of you.
All right, we need to make a decision.
Bird lady, can you go check? And maybe assassinate her if you find her.
Single-handedly?
I mean, I can try and fly up and look. Hopefully the trees don't see me, or whatever.
If you see a bright ball, the Grease Wizard has probably cast something and you should come back down.
Yeah, I don't want to become a bunch of cooked feathers.
This is the grove, though. Like, this is what... Can I roll, like, another survival check to see if, like, this is the... Because I saw about how big it was from miles out.
You think this is the clearing,
The clearing.
based on the trees that are around it. Whether or not that's the place you're looking for, I would guess you're unsure.
I can use a spell slot to see if she's in the clearing.
Yes?
But then I'd only have one spell slot left, which limits how much I can heal.
That's fine. We've got the...
We do have
we've
some
got-
potions.
We got potions on potions. We got
Spree, we got
we got
Calman.
spree. We got Calman. We got a squirrel. Yes.
Yeah, squirrel has one.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so I spend 1 minute in concentration, and I can sense them within 5 miles, and I can figure out their general direction and distance.
Yeah.
So that's the divining rod.
The closest
And numbers.
near you, in the general vicinity, it senses all Fae.
Fae and beasts, I assume, because those are also my favorite enemy.
You take a minute to concentrate, still sort of walking along as this moves a couple of times during your ritual, and you get 2 nearby instances of Fae. Both give you a pretty sort of powerful feeling, I guess, as you detect them, but one far over the other, coming from what would be inside this clearing that's in front of you. That's maybe
In the trees. In the...
behind the trees.
There's 2, 1 big.
both of them together? Or...
Not exactly, no.
There are 2 that are near each other. One of them is really, really big.
We're
One
just
is
looking
sort
for
of
one.
near your side.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
of
feel like it's
where the trees are?
smaller one?
Yeah, and one is sort of what you would estimate based on the size of the clearing, sort of near the front-ish of the clearing, and the one that's near you, other than just moving when the grove moves, seems to be walking along the interior edge.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that... I don't think that we can stealth that much farther. The trees... I feel like the trees will give us away one way or another, so we should just do this.
Yeah.
And the thing that's closer, you sense, is higher. Also, it's not on the ground.
Can
'Cause
we...
I can-
I guess both, actually, you're sensing are higher.
Or something.
Can we make a Can I make a...
They're
can
flying or something.
Can I make an investigation check for the... something flying?
You
I
can
think it's
make.
been established that you cannot see through the wall.
It's hard to see. Yeah.
I
It's
think
hard
we
to
just
see.
So there's
have to-
so there's a
It
wall,
is.
right?
I mean, it's sort of a wall of the trees with like things all twisted around in them to be tight.
I think we
Does
just
it
have
look...
to-
I'm saying, does it look like it's surrounding something or like a flat
Yeah.
thing?
No, it looks like it's a round sort of wall around. I guess the best thing, you could try to make a perception check. You're not going to be able to look up, but when the trees sort of get up to move, the only sort of break that you can see is kind of in where their roots are as they move, like during those 20-second intervals.
10 both times, so that's Perception or investigation?
Perception.
12?
You can just see, as you look through, like inside the clearing, there are also a few smaller trees and some vines, like, tangled upward from the ground.
All right, so I'm just going to blast that big thing with a fireball.
All right, let's do it.
Does that work?
Do you want me to try? Do you want me to fly up and see if I can see
what
the
do
Yeah.
you
mistress?
All right, all of you just stealth away, and I'll start this mess. All right.
Trixie flies up and says, "Wait."
Roll a stealth check.
19.
Okay. Trixie flies up, peeks over the top of the wall. Is that the idea?
Yes.
You see down inside, the other part's still pretty far away, like the front of the grove. There's a lot of twisted vines and things in that area, but you're sort of behind this creature with these long black wings and kind of a skull of like what looks like a pterodactyl over its head. You don't know if that's its head or if it's wearing some sort of skull as a helmet, but it's just sort of flying along the edge of the grove, almost like in a patrol or looking around or doing something with the trees. It's
Did it
hard
just
to really
pass
tell.
us?
Yeah, you're kind of like behind
And
it.
can I see where Kira was pointing towards where the other one was? Because she said it was near the front.
This is the one that was near the front.
Oh, I thought there were two, and there was...
I mean, this is the one near you.
Yes, and then
Yes.
can Trixie see near where...
Make a perception check.
22.
Faintly, you can see inside the vines near the front and sort of almost nestled on the tree tops of the front of the grove is a vaguely elven-looking woman, slight, almost built into kind of the trees at the top in the way that they're holding her up. Maybe like it's almost like it's a chair, but it's also sort of wrapped all around her.
Okay. Fly back down, tell them that I see a big flying monster thing. I see a big flying monster thing going around, and it just passed where we are, but the mistress is up near the front, all wrapped up in vines and going for a ride.
Go shoot her.
All right, I will. So, can I...
Do you want to wait a minute so that thing can fly a little bit further?
Yes. I'm going to time
go
it
shoot
out,
her.
and then I'm going to get to a part where the first part I can see her.
You can't see her from on the
You can
ground.
fly.
Oh!
Fly up.
All right,
shoot
I start
her.
flying.
You're going to cast fly?
Yeah.
That takes a spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll fly with him.
You fly up and Trixie points out the same thing, but I need you to make a stealth check.
Two.
As you fly toward the tops of the
five.
trees.
Five.
As you fly to the tops of the trees, one of them sort of, as it moves and rolls up like that, swings upward, and you kind of make a crack sound onto it. And this pterodactyl-looking skull
Hide!
turns around with this green fog coming out of its
Trixie's hiding.
nostrils. And we're going to roll initiative.
No, Trixie's hiding.
You were stealthed. I can keep your same stealth check before.
On brand. We meet again.
It was a 19, and then the paper pushed it to a 1.
So
11?
All right, hold on. Zev?
19.
That's good. Dern?
1. Told you, on brand, man.
Aaron?
11?
GW?
1.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
buddy!
Ooh.
Plus 1, but I think... wait, hold on. Plus my... Do I just
You don't
crit
add
fail?
to on a crit fail. Kira?
Kira's a 16.
Trixie?
5.
Ooh.
You both are distracted by the act of flying.
No, Trixie is distracted by the fact of hiding once he ran into the branch. Do you not know how to fly?
Thought you were
I
hiding.
mean, I don't have wings.
He's practicing.
Full of a took.
Oh, no.
Okay. As the grease wizard crests the top of the grove of trees and overlooks what is assuredly now the grove of the mistress of the grove of the twisted limb, you see the trees in the middle sort of twisted around each other like snakes fighting over a mate. as tightly as they possibly could be wound, stretching up, but not sort of seeking the sun like you would expect most trees to do, but sort of haphazard and going in any possible direction. And at the front, you can sort of see the sylvan outline of the figure of the mistress sort of wrapped in the vines and overlooking her entirety of her grove as it moves toward the Raventree. But more pressing, maybe at the moment, though maybe she hasn't quite cared about you or noticed you that much, is her herald, who flies on his black, smoky, shadowy wings with the fetid cloud coming out of his mouth of this pterodactyl skull as he charges at you straight at the grease wizard to attack. And that's kind of what he looks like.
That's horrible.
And we will pick up
Oh,
there
is he naked?
in 2 weeks.
It's a beast.
It's Kip. We all know it's Kip.
Yeah, that's Kip.
He's been long conning us.
All right. And that'll be our cliffhanger.
Okay.
All right.
Next time, guys, the finale.
We hope you've enjoyed our date night together. Remember, you can really help us out by subscribing, rating, and reviewing on whatever platform you use to listen to us. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again in 1 week.